Welcome to Index Card a Day 2017 with me, Creative Katie. This is card 29 and the prompt is polka dots. My quote, throw kindness around like confetti. Supply links can be found in the description box. Hit the subscribe button and then select to be notified of upcoming videos. So I found this jelly print on my desk and I decided that I'm going to use it to create a light, airy, festive kind of background to go with the quote, throw kindness around like confetti. So I am using this light blue permanent paint by Liquitex Basics. I've had this in my stash for a long time and just kind of constantly overlooked it until a recent jelly printing session where I created that jelly print. And I absolutely love this blue and how it works with the deep violet and the Prussian blue. So I'm pressing into the wet acrylic paint with the lid of a Tupperware container. And it's getting that kind of sun rays indentation there. So adding some texture and pattern. There really is texture all over the place. So once this is dry, I'm getting out the deep violet paint. And this color goes so well with so many other colors. In the last video, you saw me mix it with orange, and I love that combination. So this is a homemade stamp that I made using Fun Foam. And I'll put a link to the video where I show how I made this. I love this stamp, this swirl stamp, and it's so easy to use on the jelly print or directly onto pages. It looks blue in the picture here, but it really is a nice, vibrant violet. This color also works really nicely with teals. So this is Prussian blue, and Liquitex Basics doesn't make a Prussian blue, so this is Grumbacher brand. And I'm just going to put that on. I'm just using the felt applicator to put the acrylic paint on there, and it takes a little while for me to figure out exactly how much paint and how much pressure. It works better if there was a spongy surface underneath, like the jelly plate, or you could put a mouse pad or something, and that would help make an easier print. So I like how these colors all play together so very well. And when you're using, when you're doing jelly printings, and I'm just, that's my playtime. And I come up with different combinations. And in this case, I found a combination, a color combination and stamping combination that I really liked. And then I can use that knowledge when I create art journal pages or an ICAD. So on that jelly print, it also had just a smidge of yellow. I think it was from leftover paint from a previous pull on the jelly plate. And so I liked the yellow being the complementary color. And so I'm just putting this little heart stamp on there. And they don't, to be fair, they don't really look a whole lot like hearts, but they look probably just like polka dots. So now I'm adding all the polka dots. So I got out my hole punch and I just hole punched some thicker paper, and I am just going to glue these on with some gel medium. But first I'm going to edge the card with it's a mixture of the Prussian blue and the deep violet. If you can't get deep violet, there's also a color called prism violet. Both are lovely. I find a lot of uses for them. So I got this little tool with a bunch of stuff, I think, for my silhouette, and I really haven't used it, but it has kind of like a sticky end to it, and It just makes it, it helps pick up little pieces and you can place them onto your card. So this may have been, I think, the second time I've used it. I don't do a whole lot of this kind of stuff, but it did make this a little easier. So for me, adding the quote, finding the quote is really key to my inspiration. Because once I, went with polka dots, and I had some other ideas. I was going to do the bokeh effect. I was going to do a lot with circles and layering circles and that kind of stuff. And then I found this quote, and it just, yeah, that is exactly where I want to go. I'm just putting some gel medium on the top. And I'll put a link to the paint colors that I've used in this because I'd really like people to give it a try because I'm really happy with this combination and I'm sure you will be too. If you go through my link and you purchase something, full disclosure, I get a small percentage. It doesn't cost you more. I just get a little bit of a thank you for bringing you to the store. So thank you very much for those of you who do shop going through my link, because even if you don't buy the things that I'm using, anything you buy while you're visiting in that session, I will get a percentage on. And then I am able to use that to buy more art supplies and do more videos. So now I'm using the stylus and I'm using the deep violet and just adding more polka dots, different size polka dots. Got to play up this prompt. And then I decide that I'm just going to kind of rotate it a little bit in the circle to make some of them a little bit bigger. Get some variation. I'm not sure if I said it. This whole card took about under 30 minutes to do. It was a very quick, easy. And then I'm going to use some of this iridescent medium mixed with the Prussian blue to add some more polka dots. And the Prussian blue is it's very thick and kind of gloopy. And I couldn't it didn't work very well with the stylus. So I kind of fuss with getting more paint and adding more iridescent medium. And if you don't have a stylus, you can use an end of a paintbrush, the tip of a pencil. You can make bigger polka dots with an eraser. Look around you. So then I'm just going to wet these coffee filters and put the leftover paint on here. I decided to kind of make a pattern with it. I don't know if that's going to show a whole lot when I get done, but I thought, why not? Build interest. I'm getting quite a collection of these coffee filters, and you absolutely will be seeing things where I'm using these in the background or for collaging. So here I'm just using the lid to stamp on. And because the coffee filter is wet, it kind of bleeds out a little bit. It gives an interesting effect. I had grabbed 2 coffee filters, so now I'm just going to add more paint This is also a time, because you're just throwing together odds and ends that you have, that sometimes I end up creating something really beautiful that I can then take that information and that knowledge and use in an art journal page. And I can do something on purpose. So here I am adding some pearlized paint. It's Martha Stewart pearlized paint, but you can use any metallic if you want. But I like the idea, the color of white there. I like how it stands out on these colors. Edging the sentiment. I just played with the fonts that I downloaded from font.com, and kind of mixed and matched. I like putting some that are just printing and then some that are kind of script and bolder. So don't be afraid to play around with the fonts and see what you can come up with. Decided I should add a few more bits of confetti. And I just love it. Here are the close-ups. I hope that you create a card similar to this, or just try these colors out and see if you don't fall in love with them just like I did. Thanks for watching. See you on day 30.